Welcome to another episode of First Amendment, We the People. I'm your host, Joy Jones. As you can see, we have it's empty. We ain't got no co-host today. It's all right. We still gonna do our thing, man. We still gonna do our thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right on to it. Go ahead and get on right into it. On this episode, we're gonna talk about the Grammys. Of course, everybody's mainly talking about Jay-Z's speech, his little monologue that he gave. We're gonna hit on that a little bit, and then we're gonna touch on black culture, the black influence, state of African Americans here in the United States and the world. To be honest with you, and that's pretty much it, man. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get right on to it. Jay-Z's speech monologue. If you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure you search it up on YouTube or whatever. But just to give you context on it, basically, he won the Dr. Dre, I believe, Global Humanitarian Award. I believe I didn't see it. But I know it's a Dr. Dre award. But he won that. He got on stage with him, his beautiful daughter Blue. And basically, he gave thanks, he gave props, he gave reverence. And then he stated that, in a lot of these categories, there were some people that don't deserve to be nominated. There's some people that didn't deserve some of that Grammys. Basically stating how could it be that Beyonce is one of the most decorated, if not the most decorated, Grammy Award winning artists, but she has yet won Album of the Year. Basically, a Kanye West rant without all the dramatics. This is basically what it was. Basically, everything Kanye was saying back in, I don't know what year, but when Taylor Swift, she won her Grammy, I don't mean to interrupt, but y'all remember that? It's basically what he said, right? Just without the dramatics, right? And everybody was jumping on Kanye like, man, you do this, you embarrassing. But Jay-Z basically said the same thing. I guess you could say in a more dignified way, I'm guessing. So yeah, that's just the gist of it, of what happened. Saying how it's unfair, some things need to change. My opinion, honestly, on it is the people don't vote for these awards. The Grammy has their own separate committee where people are hired. About 100 or something, probably a couple of hundred people are hired to vote on each category, on each award. So it's not the common folk that's doing the voting, right? They have a whole committee, and I'm willing to give a wild guess that this committee that they have is mostly white, mostly Caucasian. I'm pretty sure they have people of color, but just a little guess of mine. So, knowing the history of the Grammys, what the Grammys represent, are we really surprised that the Grammys are unfair? I mean, are we really? Are we really this shocked? Like, we keep on 10 years later, between the Kanye speech, whatever, and multiple what you call it? I was about to say blackouts. With multiple dang, what's the word I'm looking for, man? What's the word I'm looking for? With multiple when people not when people riot, but when they when they sit out or whatever, and they say, I'm not watching this. I can't even think of the word, y'all. When they sit out and they say, I'm not going to watch this anymore. I'm not going to I'm not gonna tune in or whatever. I'm not gonna come. You know, with multiple sit outs that the Grammys that we have done, as some black folks have done with the Grammys, and it didn't change anything. It didn't change a doggone thing. We're still being treated unfair. Uh, Black people, a lot of black artists still don't get the recognition that they feel that they deserve. Rightfully so. So I mean, can we really be surprised? Like, why are we still seeking validation from white award shows, from the Emmys, from the Tony, from the Oscars, from the Grammys? Why are we still seeking validation from these predominantly white award shows when we know it's unfair? When we know we're not going to get our just due? Like, why not? Why not these major artists? These major black artists, because they have the money for it, they had the influence for it, right? Why not make a BET award show 2.0? You know, feed to the black culture. You know, validate ourselves, right? Because we see we're not going to get our proper validation from the Grammys, or for the Tony, from the Oscars. We see we're not going to get that validation that we yearn for from them. And I really don't understand why we're so hell bent on seeking their validation. You know, I guess I can't really talk about it too much because I'm not in that community. You know, I'm not being, nominate those for those awards, so I can't really feel what they feel in a way. But just from the outside looking in, how I view it, how I see it, using my First Amendment, my freedom of speech, is that why are we still seeking their why do we want their validation so bad? Why do we yearn for it so bad? We know how creative we are. We know how artistic we are. We know what we bring to the table. More than half the time we bring the table, but we let others take the credit for it. We're the artists. It's our art. It's our ideas. It's our creativity, etc. All right, we're the ones that's blessed with it. Why do we need an award to validate that? Because at the end of the day, an award is just the object. It's just a shiny thing. It's the name behind it that makes it what it is. That's it. It's the name behind it that makes us want, ooh, a Grammy. That I got a Grammy, you don't. That means I'm a better artist than you, or that means I'm a better singer than you. I'm a better dancer than you. I'm a better producer than you. I'm a better person than you because I got a Grammy, you don't. Or I got this. Like, does that really make you get what I'm saying? Do y'all get my drift? Where I'm going with that? Like, it's just the object. It's just an award. It doesn't validate your artistic ability. It doesn't validate really who you are. Yes, it's good to be recognized. It's great to be recognized. Right? That is a good thing. It's good to have a pat on your back. To have your peers say, "Hey, man, you're doing a bomb job. You're doing a good job." But a lot of times it's not your peers that's voting on you. Especially when it comes to the Grammys, it's not your peers. It's the other side. It's a couple hundred people that really don't have your best interests in mind in the first place. So why are you so hell bent on it? Create your own thing. Get together, create your own thing, make your own lane. Like I said, BET Awards 2.0. Why not we try something like that? And that way we know it's fair. That way we know it's just. That way we know everybody's getting a fair shot. If you want to be validated by awards, Why not do that? Instead of seeking validation from something or someone that's never going to be fair. That's just what it is. It's never going to be fair. It's never going to be the way that you really truly want it to be. And 10, 15 years from now, it's going to be, I don't know, J. Cole or Kendrick going to go out. They'd be like, hey, this ain't fair. Or hey, such and such to the one. I don't know why this person being nominated such and such to the one. It's gonna be a reoccurring thing until somebody says, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have our own thing. We're gonna create our own lane, create our own award show. We could take ideas, whatever, from this show or that show. We gonna create our own whole new thing. Because us as African Americans, we the ones that create the trend. We're the trendsetters. They see us, they see what we do, they admire what we do, and they take from it. I mean, that's exactly what happens. We're the trendsetters. We're the ones that we pave the way. We make we the ones that got more. A lot of black people say we got more rhythm, man. We got more rhythm and flow. We smoother with it. You know what I'm saying? We make it happen. We make it do what it do. So why not create our own lane? I believe the same thing. It goes with being infatuated with material stuff. Like, why are we so infatuated with material things when it is proven material things does absolutely nothing to advance us as a community. Like it's nice. Like, yeah, it's nice to have. It's cool to have nice clothes. It's cool to have nice pants. It's cool to have a nice car. But at the end of the day, it's just clothes. It's just a car. It's just a t-shirt. It's just a pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's not really the clothes you care so much about. It's the name behind it. It's the person behind it with the clothes. It's not the t-shirt necessarily that you love so much. It's not the pair of pants necessarily that you love so much. It's the name behind it. Because I've seen shoes, I've seen shirts that's on these websites, that's on these Gucci, Prada, Balenciaga website. Yeah, that costs hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And then I go to Walmart, I go to Ross, and I see a shirt that looks just as good, if not better. Or a pair of pants that look just as good, if not better. $10, $20. Oh, because it's Ross, that means it's less than. My dog, my eager, it's a shirt. It's a pair of shoes. Like what they say, it's not what's on you, it's what's in you. You can have on the flyers of clothing, and still be a lame-o. You got the flyers of clothing and still be the most ignorant person in the room. You ain't got nothing going on about yourself but a $400 pair of pants. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, and we're making the other side rich. We're making the other side rich. The black community is responsible for $1 trillion in spending on goods and services. $1 trillion. That's the equivalent of the GDP of the 15th largest country in the world. That's what we were responsible for. That's how much money we're spending. 20% of all luxury items are bought by African Americans. Yet we only make up 13% of America. %20 of all luxury, but yet we're bringing in the least amount of money in a household. How does that make sense? What sense does that make? In 2022, I couldn't find, if y'all forgive me, I couldn't find the exact numbers for 2023. But the 2022 median income for a black household, $52,860. Hispanics, $62,800. Hispanics, $62,800. White, $81,060. Asians, $108,700. Y'all, if y'all just take the time to think, this country was built off of our backs. Our ancestors' backs. Our grandmothers. Our great-great-grandmothers. Our great-great-grandfathers. Their ancestors. This country was built off of their backs, their hard work, their labor. Why are we bringing in the least amount behind everybody? Behind Asians, behind white people, behind Hispanics. Like, how is that possible? And when we're spending trillions, we're spending $1 trillion. So we got the money. But the difference is the money that they make, that the Hispanics make, the Asians, the white, they put it back into their own community. They put it back into their own mouths. And they have no problem doing it. They want to put their money back into their own house. Asians is going to eat at Asians' place. They're going to spend money on Asian businesses. Same with whites, same with Hispanics. Yeah, of course, it's not going to be 100%, but the majority, I like percentages, is probably 75%. 75% of the money that these people are making, other races are making, goes back into their community. Asians spend, I believe they said Asians spend the most money, but the majority of their money goes into personal investments, pensions, and education. That's where their money goes. Where does our money go? That $1 trillion worth. Where does our money go? Because it seems like we have nothing to show for it, except for a Gucci belt, you know what I'm saying, a fly car, whatever, that we really can't afford. Why can't we put our money back into our black owned? Imagine how much money the black household would have if I say 900 billion of that trillion goes into black businesses. Think about that. And yes, a caveat. Let's take a little left turn here. Caveat. Yes, us black business owners, not all, but I say 60%. We need to do better treating our black customers the same as we treat the white customers or customers of other ethnicities. Jesus. I don't know what happened there. But the same way you treat a white person when they walk in, or a white family when they walk in your restaurant or your store or whatever business you have, the same way you treat them should be the same way you treat black folks. I see it all the time. I hear about it all the time. I was just having a conversation with a couple of family members about this. If a black person has a business, or they see a white man come in, hey man, hey, how you doing, man? Hey, what you need? Anything? Hey, how can I help you with this? What you need, man? Hey, we running a little behind on this, but hey, next time you come in, we're gonna give you a little discount over there. Make sure you come back and visit us, man. Anything you need, hey, how you doing, man? Hey, what's up? The same business owner, if a black person come in, but hey, what's up, man? What you want, man? What you need? What's going on with you, man? Hey, if something running behind, man, we ain't gonna tell you nothing. We just gonna let you wonder. Hey, man, what you need? You need something, man? You want some help or something, man? Like, what? Like, if you want black people to spend money on black businesses, you have to treat them, the customer, just the same. Why wouldn't you want to do that? It's your people. We the ones that's spending up all the money. Why wouldn't you want to cater to us? And another caveat: black consumers, we shouldn't expect a discount from just because a business owner is black. Like, what's going on here? Do you expect a discount anywhere else? The company just started and you expecting a discount. How am I supposed to continue? 80% of black businesses fail. Only 4% make it past startup. How am I supposed to make it? How am I supposed to thrive if you every 10 seconds you coming in asking for a 80% discount? What? First of all, I don't even know you. And if I do know you, you should be, you know what I went through to open this business. You should be the first one that's giving me 100% of what my product is worth. Like, we got to start treating, like, I don't know what it is with us, where it's like we don't see the value in each other. With each other's lives, with each other's businesses, with each other's relationships. It's like we don't respect one another. Why? We see the value of every other community except for ours. That doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make sense to me. I think the biggest problem we have as African Americans, we don't even realize how powerful we are. We don't realize our true power. We don't realize our value, what we bring to the table. Other communities do. They realize it. Why you think some of them make laws to try to keep us behind, or do certain things to keep us farther apart, to keep us back? If they wasn't afraid, if they didn't see it, if they thought they was just so much better than that, I don't need a law to keep you behind. I don't need to put this such and such in place to keep you behind or whatever, because I'm not afraid of you. You can't, at your highest, you won't be able to catch me. But they know. They know and they see it. They have seen it. They experienced how we went from the bottom of the bottom. I'm talking about the crud from the barrel. That piece of crud, you gotta try to scrape up and put some water on, put some soap, and let it soak. That's where we came from. That's how they was treating us. and we built ourselves up from that to this point. They know exactly what we're capable of. They know exactly what we can do if we put our minds to it. Every other community sees it, but us. We don't see our own power. We don't see our value. Like, you ever heard somebody say, "Hey man, you don't even realize how great you are. You don't even realize, man, you don't realize how good you look. You don't realize how funny you are. You don't realize how good you cook. You don't realize, etc., etc." That's the same thing these other communities are saying about us. They don't even realize. They don't even realize. Like, imagine if we put the creativity, especially that I see on the internet, on social media. Imagine if we put that to good use for each other, and stop portraying each other as stop downing each other, right? Because we already got enough people trying to down us in the world every day. We already got enough people trying to down us. Why are we downing each other? On TV, all you see in TV, we portrayed as hoes, as thugs, as pimps, as attention-seeking demons, as ghetto, as ratchet, uncontrollable, undisciplined. That's how we are portrayed as on TV. And all black people do is watch TV. Let's be honest. Let's be real. 213 hours per month black people spend watching TV. That's not including social media, etc. That's just straight TV. 213 hours. That's more than twice. That's more than twice TV that Asians watch. Asian Americans watch. More than twice. That's 57 hours more than what white people watch on average. And we all know how influential television can be. How that affects the way we think, affects the way we operate. Now, some people, they know how to disconnect from TV. Some people, they don't let the TV seep into them. And I say that's probably about 20-25% of people know how to disconnect from TV. But the other 75%, what they see is what they do. What they hear is how they talk. You see it every day on social media. You see it every day in real life. How people carry themselves. How people talk. How people think. About 75% of people do not have a mind for themselves. Moms used to tell me, man, have a mind of your own. Think for your own. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people watch so much, they consume so much negativity that all they know is negative. If it ain't negative, if it ain't dramatic, if it's not loud, if it's not, excuse my word, if it's not ghetto, I don't want to see it because it's entertaining. But what is it doing for you? What is it doing for you? Because the same shows you watching, your kids hear it, your kids see it. You may tell them to go to the room, but let's be honest, kids gonna be kids. They gonna sneak, they gonna listen on their own, etc., etc. They watch you. They watch what you do. They watch what you listen to. And if all you do is watch foolishness, if all you do is listen to foolishness on your music, on your TVs, on the social media, what do you think they're going to emulate? This is the next generation. What are they going to teach their kids? I really think as consumers, because as consumers, we have to realize only 6% there's only 6% of directors, producers, and writers that are black. 6%. The other 94% is white or of another ethnicity. So it's not us that's making these shows. It's not us that's bringing in the money for these shows. It's not us that's benefiting from it. Why continue to support it? Why continue to support trash? I'm sorry to say I'm using my First Amendment. My freedom of speech is trash. All these shows, if you can name me, I really, other than probably Abbott Elementary, I can't think of one positive African American based show. If you can think of one, if you can name one, please put in the comments. I would love to see it. I would love to watch it. I don't even watch TV no more, but I would love to tune in on it. I think the last positive TV show we had, that era, I don't even know the year, but it has to be the My Wife and Kids, Everybody Hates Chris, Bernie Mac show, that era, that early 2000s era. That's the last time I can vividly remember a list of positive African American shows. And since then, it went from Flavor Flav, whatever. It went from the Bad Girls Club. Now it's Baddies of the East. Like, why do we want to see our women portrayed in that manner? Why do we want to see a man portrayed in that manner? Like, it looks like a circus. Like what? What does that do for you, honestly? Watching 2 hours of that per day, per week, whatever. Honestly, what can you say that does for you other than you being entertained? Man, it's stuff out here to do. It's money to be made. We are behind. We are behind the 8 ball. Why are we promoting this? And it's not like we getting the bulk of the money. Like, they bring home the bulk of the money. No, it's the producers, it's the writers, it's the. Why do you want to see your people portrayed in that manner? Why in order for somebody to promote their music or to promote their tour or to sell tickets, why do they have to be first with somebody else? It seems like every time somebody about to drop a song, every time somebody about to drop music or go on tour or trying to sell tickets, they beefing with somebody. Like, why can't we just buy tickets or listen to their music without them having to beef with somebody first? Without them having to cause drama first? Why do we feed so much into negativity as a culture? Like, when are we going to change that around? When are we going to see ourselves as more than? When is watching shows that do nothing for us, when is that going to become cringy? When is that going to become embarrassing? Because people do the things they do on social media because we applaud it. Or we keep on feeding it into it. We keep on adding fuel to the fire. So of course I'm going to embarrass myself. Of course I'm at the food. Of course I'm going to do this. Of course I'm going to do that. Because I know you're going to feed into it. And that damages us. That, like, I didn't live back then. So I can't say for 100%. But from what I seen, from what I heard, from what I read, we carried ourselves as kings and queens, prince and princesses, nothing less. Nothing less. And they had less resources. They had less opportunities. They had less advantages. Way less than we do right now. So what's our excuse? We had Black Wall Street. And it was thriving. thriving before they burned it down. We have more opportunities now than ever before. And they can't just burn us down now. They can't just go out and just burn us down. They can't do that. But they put fear in us that they can. So we're more educated. We have more opportunities. We have more money. $1 trillion worth. Where's our Black Wall Street? Why aren't more black businesses thriving? Why aren't we supporting each other more? Why aren't we putting more money in each other's household? Why aren't we portraying each other as kings and queens that we really are? These are our ancestors. This is what we came from. It's in our blood. So I know we got it in us. It's in our blood. We're meant to succeed. We're meant to thrive. But if we're so stuck on feeding negativity, if we're so stuck on purposely pulling pranks or whatever on social media just to get attention, what's that intention doing? Is it really putting money in your pockets? Are people really as rich as they say, or as they portray? Are they really? Because what you're seeing is the outside. We got to do better. We have to portray ourselves better, man. And it's not what's on you. It's what's in you. You can have on a simple white tee with some pants, and a pair of sneakers, and a hat. And you can walk with so much respect that people look at you in a certain way, like, I like the way that cat move. I like the way she move. I like the way he move. It ain't got nothing to do with your clothes, but it's how you present yourself. I see plenty of people that got that got on Gucci or whatever, or Prada or whatever. They say, that's not it. That's really not it. Like, we got to stop respecting material and start respecting somebody's character, how they move. Because that material, that really don't matter. It don't matter at all. It's material. It don't matter. That doesn't affect anything. And I'm not the one that's just for black empowerment. Like that people that just preach, black empowerment, black pride and this like that. I'm for it, but I'm not. That's not the only thing I'm for. I'm for the empowerment of the human race. Like, that's my goal. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see the different continents, different countries treat each other like true neighbors. Like, how back in the day they used to say, hey man, if I got sugar, you got sugar. Or if I got oil, you got oil. If I got flour, you got flour. Or you need some grits, I got a couple grits for you. I want countries to treat each other like that. Like, hey man, hey, you got technology, you got this new technology. I trade you for this. I got extra food, I got extra grain here for you to give to your people. Or you got oil. Okay, I got this for you. We're gonna trade off like this. Like, true, like, why do we have to fight over these things? Why is there violence over these things? This is our world. This is everybody's world. Yeah, that's your land, whatever. Okay, cool. That's your land, and I respect that. But why not share? If I got this, you know what I'm saying? If I got this, man, you got it. If you got it, I got it. We shouldn't have to fight over things. cause I got excess. So I can't use all this anyway. Why not give you some? You got excess. You're not gonna use all that anyway. And treat each other fairly with respect in the process. That's what I believe in. That's what I want to see. I'm probably not going to see it in my lifetime, but that's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm shooting for. The empowerment of the human race. Like, man, forget the black, forget the white, forget Asian. It don't matter what color you are. All our blood is red. Forget the color, man. We are human. We all got life. Every second of this thing, we only got one of it. So every second of this thing that we're gracefully given, why are we spending it fighting? Why are we spending it going back and forth? Why are we spending it talking about man versus woman? Oh, this person ain't Jack. This person ain't. Like, that is so irrelevant. That is so unimportant. Everybody got flaws. Everybody got problems. Everybody has issues. We work together as one. Put our minds together to figure out to make the best of life for the next generation. So but it isn't just about black empowerment, but us as a community, as a black community, we're so behind. That's my main concern right now. Just uplifting the black community, reminding us who we are, where we came from, and what the true goal, what the true mission is. Man, if we put our minds together, all this creativity that we have, all these geniuses, man, dog, nothing is stopping us but ourselves, truly and honestly. Nothing and no one is stopping us but ourselves. What are we going to do about that? What are we going to do about that? Like, we got to come together and say to each other, like, we got to stop being selfish. We got to stop being selfish. The ancestors back in the day, they weren't selfish. Everything that they did, every sacrifice that they made, all the way down to their life, a lot of them sacrificed their life willingly. They knew what would come with them protesting and then rioting, etc. Were they fighting? They knew what could come from that, but they sacrificed. They were unselfish so that we can enjoy the fruits of their labor. Us as African Americans, we have to become unselfish. Don't just worry about you and what you want. Think about the generations, the 3-4 generations that's coming after you. How do you want them to live? How comfortable do you want them to be? Because the way things are going now is with the internet, with social media, what we portraying. Like, yeah, we doing better. Of course we doing better. We should be doing better. We got gazillion opportunities. But we're not doing as good as we should be doing. And that starts from us, that we got to look inside for that. We got to say, hey, man, this next generation, I don't want my kids growing up and seeing all women do is just shake their booty. That all men want to do is just sell drugs or portray a lifestyle that they don't got. or get such and such pregnant and not take care of the kids. I don't want my kids to see that all women do on TV is fight and go back and forth or beef with each other. What happened to the unity? What happened to the togetherness? Like, we gotta stop blaming everybody else and take accountability. Like, okay, yeah, we know we was put in an effed up situation. We know this. What now? What can we do now? There's no excuses anymore. There's none. It's time to make change. It's time to make change. There's no excuses, man. Like, I want us to see ourselves in the light that God created us to be in. We carry a light in us, but we dimming it at the same time. We have to respect each other, love one another. We have to portray kindness, portray respect, discipline. And when our kids see that, when the next generation sees that, what do you think they're going to emulate? That same positivity that you bringing out. Well, you know, and I don't want to say this like I don't want to talk seem as if that I'm perfect. Or I got everything going on and I'm this and I'm that, because I'm not. Far from it. Very far from it. It's just that I see so much greatness. I see so many opportunities. I see what we can be 50, 100, 150, 200 years from now. Like I see it. And I just want somebody to come along with me to see it as well. And there's some people that's out there that do, but it's not the majority. And I want the majority to see it. Of course, there's going to be some outliers. Every race got outliers. You know what I'm saying? But if the majority is negative, like, come on, we got to switch that around. Let the negativity be the outlier and the positivity be the majority. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish y'all could see what I see through my eyes. I really do wish y'all could see it. And I'll just have more and more people like get together. And then it's not like you don't have to be rich to do the things I'm talking about. You really don't have to. It's all about just being a better person. It's all about just carrying yourself in a different light. It's all about holding each other to a standard. Holding each other to a standard. Like, man, you're not going to act like this. You're not going to treat this person like this. You're not going to treat yourself like this. Or watch how you carry yourself, man. Chest out, chin up. That's the minimum. That's mandatory. That's just the minimum. Chest out, chin up. Remember who you are. Remember where you came from. And when people see that, I believe that we're all leaders in our own right. Every single one of us. We're all like mini leaders, man. Because we all different. We all different. It's billions of people. We all got different fingerprints. We all think differently. We all got our own mind. That means we all we each bring something unique to the table. No matter how small it is or how big it is, each and every one of us brings something to the table. If that wasn't true, God wouldn't need you here on earth. You would have been gone, or you would have just never been here in the first place. If you just brought absolutely nothing, well, I don't need you here. Ain't no point of having you here. Gone. Or he would have never even thought of you. You know what I'm saying? So we all bring something to the table. No matter how little it is. You may think it's little, but it could be vital to that table being straight. You ever seen a wobbly table and you put something under it and now it's straight, now the table's sturdy? It was just that one little thing that table needed. It was small, but it was vital to the table being sturdy. You have to see value in what you bring. You have to see value in who you are. We are unique. We're all needed. We all need each other. Life is about relationships. And then we will be nothing if all we're doing is pooping on each other, disrespecting each other. Like I say, man, we may not always agree, but respect is mandatory. Why is it so hard to respect each other? Even if you do disagree. So what? So what? That don't make your opinion right. Or that don't make how you think right. Like I said, man, I'm solution based. All about solutions. So how do we start? What do we do to start this trend? And I'm gonna tell you what is working for me, because I'm still growing every day, every second, every hour. And this may not work for you. You might try to mix it up, you know what I'm saying, do it a little different way, whatever. And that's cool as long as it's working. As long as it's changing. You know what I'm saying? But just let you know what I did that helped me, like, and look at myself in a different way. Because I ask God every night, hey, like, decrease me and increase you. So that when people see me, they don't see me, they see you in me. All right. So I believe that the start of this journey, of this advancement journey that we belong on, I truly believe that it all starts with self-work. It starts with working on self first. Because a lot of us, you don't value yourself. You don't really realize who you are. You just think you're an ordinary person because you work a regular 9 to 5, or because you only make 40,000 a year or whatever. You think, I'm just here. No, you're special. You are one of a kind. There would be another you ever. Period. You're the first and you're the last of you. Yeah, there's gonna be replicas of you or whatever, or, you know, from your offspring. But there's only one you. You're important. You matter. In your grand scheme of things, you matter. No matter what you do, no matter how much money you make, realize who you are. Can't nobody do what you do how you do it. Huh? Can't nobody do what you do how you do it. The way you do it. No one. Never has, never will be. Realize that, understand that. The power that you bring. And I'm not saying be arrogant. I'm not saying be so cocky, be so boastful that you move in arrogance, that you move in cockiness. I'm saying just move gracefully, move with grace, and move with confidence. See yourself in a much better life. Remind yourself every morning who you are and whose you are. Remind yourself who you are and whose you are, who you belong to, where you came from, what's in your blood. Like one of my favorite Nas lyrics says, "It's in my blood to drive these fancy. It's in my blood to drive these fancy cars and live this large." Cause that's what we came from, kings and queens. It's in our blood. Way down the line, it's still in us. The blood still lives. Understand? And once you start valuing yourself, once you begin to do that, then you will start to begin. You will begin valuing other people in the process, especially the people that look like you. Especially the people that look like you. That's how it works. Because if I don't value myself, if I don't value what I bring to the table, if I don't value who I am, why should I value you? I don't even value me. And I don't give two flips. You get what I'm saying? Once you start really truly valuing yourself, valuing life, every time you walk out the house, man, every time you go somewhere, every time you do something, you always gonna have a smile on your face. Every time you see someone, you walk past them, like, "Hey man, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Hey man, what's up, dog? Hey man, I like your shoes, man. I like what you got going on, man. Hey man, it's a beautiful family you got there." You're not doing it. It's not like you forcefully doing it. It just come natural because you see the value. You see the importance of everything and every. But it all starts with you. You have to value what you have. You have to value what you possess. No matter how small you think it is, no matter how grand you think it is, because you may not have more. You may not have more than the other person. But let me tell you, hey, you got more than most. Just the simple fact that you woke up in your right mind. You don't have to have somebody wipe your butt or wash your back or put on your clothes or brush your teeth. The fact that you got a roof over your head, that you're not on the streets. You have more than most. Just the fact that you're able to breathe. In the last 10 seconds, somebody lost their life. In the last minute, somebody lost their life. And you still here. Value that. Value yourself. And I promise you, in return, you're going to start valuing everything else. Everyone else. Because you know how important it is. That's the beginning step. Know who you are. Love who you are. Respect who you are. Take pride in who you are and what you do. No matter what you do. You could push a broom for a living. You could teach kids for a living. A police officer, a firefighter. You could be a CEO. Take pride in whatever you do. Moms always said, take pride. Always, whatever you do it with a smile on your face. She said, whatever you do it with a smile on your face. People see that. People respect that. That's where it starts, man. Just this is my opinion. That's just where it starts. We need to start building again. Building up the communities. We need to start giving back again. For it is better to give than it is to receive. Yeah, it feels good to receive, but it doesn't quite feel the same when you give something that you genuinely want to give. That you see that smile on somebody else's face, and you could just give a smile. You could just give a hug. You just give a little dap, a handshake. You could give a conversation. Everything doesn't have to be materialistic. People put so much emphasis on material things. Everything ain't got to be that. Everything isn't that. People value the sentimental things for more. The things that can't be bought. I can go out and get my own shirt. I can go out and get my own this and that. But the fact that you value me enough that you gave me a smile, or you gave me a compliment, or you gave me hope, you lifted my spirits. When I was feeling down, you gave me conversation. You gave me life. Let's find the beauty and building up. Let's find the beauty in transformation and picking up the pieces that we have and making a beautiful picture. That's where it begins. Let's not be selfish. Let's think about the next generations that's coming behind us. Leave them something great. Leave them something to be proud of. Leave them something to continue to build on. Imagine how our community will look 50, 100 years from now if we slowly start to change. Everything is not going to be instant. It's not going to be instant. The reality is, we're probably not going to see it 95%, 98%. We're probably not going to see it in our lifetime. Probably not. But our legacy will live on. What would your legacy be? And before I get out of here, just one more thing, man. Don't worry about what the other person is doing. When I'm telling you that stuff that you need to do, don't worry about if the next person doing it. Just you do it. You be the leader. People are gonna naturally emulate what they respect. That's just human nature. They're gonna emulate what they respect. They're gonna want to do it. They may hear it and they're gonna say, man, shoot. But they see you doing it. They see you getting respect. They see you living better. They see you feeling better, your spirits. They see you smiling more, naturally, not forcefully. I'm like, hey man, what you got going on, man? What you doing, man? How you living, man? They gonna want to know naturally. They gonna want to imitate. They gonna want to get with the program naturally. Cause people, you feel energy, and you pass that on. Just by being present, you pass that on. People feel your energy. And if all you're doing is going around passing around positive energy, people are going to feel that. And they're going to want to do the same. Because they're going to want other people to feel the same way when they walk in the room. When they open up their mouth to say something. So don't worry about what that person doing. If everybody just worry about themselves and take accountability for themselves and just do it without worrying about if the next person doing it, it's a trickle-down effect. It's going to start falling like dominoes. Everybody's going to be a leader. Everybody's going to want to walk in that same light. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way life goes, man. But I want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode. Before we get out of here, I like to be about what I talk about. I like to lead by example, right? So every episode that we do, we shout out a black-owned business, right? So if you are owner of a black-owned business, you want to get your name out there. I don't have as many, as much of following yet, but when we get there, You know what I'm saying? So whatever your black owned business may be, you could be you don't have to be just clothes. I know the last 2 episodes we did clothing, but it don't have to be just clothes, man. If you a good cook, if you sell plates, if you a photographer, if you a painter, if you cut grass, if you do nails, if you do hair, if you do cosmetology, you know what I'm saying? If you got your own podcast, you know what I'm saying? If you a comedian, if you, I don't know, man. Whatever you do, if you plant plants, if you're a planter, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let me know. Send a picture of your business, whatever, your flyer, your business. A couple sentences you want me to say about your business. You know what I'm saying? If you sell sea moss, whatever you do, black owned business, let me know so I can shout you out so other people can see your work, hear your name, so we can start buying from each other. That way we won't have to put money in anybody else's mouth. We put money back into the mouths of our community. Understand right here? So this episode, which I should get on the jumpsuit right now. You know what I'm saying? I really ain't doing it justice because it's kind of wrinkled. But grind hard, and I'm gonna put a picture up next to it too, so y'all can see it more clearly. But grind hard, never sleep. Clothing brand by Darren Fleming. And of course, I'm gonna put his information in the bio, man. Hey, it's comfortable as comfortable can be. I almost fell asleep right here. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry about, oh man, it's getting kind of hot, man. I don't need no more tech suits. It's about to get hot. Don't worry, he got shirts and shorts for you. He got t-shirts and shorts for you. Hey, let's give it up. Black owned business, grind hard. Never sleep. The motto with a lot of us need to live by. You know what I'm saying? And for the black fact of the week, because sometimes we need a little reminder of where we came from. You know who we came from. Sometimes we need that reminder, to say, hey man, we had a black person do this. We had a black person do that. I ain't know that. If he can do it, man, I know I can do it. Especially if he was doing it, back in the olden days. If he can do it, I know I can. All right. So black fact of the week. The first black American architect to graduate MIT in the country's first academically trained black architect, Robert R. Taylor. He was an influential educator, developing the architecture and construction trade program at Tuskegee Institute. He designed Tuskegee Institute Social Center, which offered employment services and on-the-job training for students. Many of his buildings still stand today. Robert R. Taylor, hey, I appreciate you for what you've done for us in our community. This is somebody's grandfather, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather. His legacy, lives on. And last but not least, the motivation for this podcast for the week. Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 through 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This has been another episode of First Amendment Podcast. I love y'all, and here's the Talking Out Ish. Y'all be blessed.